James sits by the window trying to recall why he walked into the living room. Again, that frustrating blank. At 72, he jokes about senior moments, but deep down it worries him. He starts wondering if he's headed toward dementia like his father. What James doesn't realize is that some ordinary habits in his daily routine might be quietly speeding up his memory loss. Picture this: a typical day that seems harmless, maybe even relaxing, could be chipping away at your brain health piece by piece. It's a terrifying thought, yet an empowering one too, because if daily habits are part of the problem, they can also be changed. Today we'll uncover the sneaky daily habits that accelerate memory decline in seniors. James's story might be yours or someone you love. By the end of this, you'll recognize these red flag habits and know how to break them, potentially regaining control over your memory. Let's walk through James's day. You might find some of these scenarios uncomfortably familiar. James wakes up and spends an extra hour lounging in bed scrolling through his phone. By the time he's up, he's groggy. He skips a morning walk he used to take. In fact, he barely moves all morning, just shuffles from the coffee pot to the couch. Physical inactivity has become his norm. It seems like a gentle retirement pace, but in reality, being inactive does a number on the brain. One psychologist put it plainly: if you don't use it, you lose it. Regular aerobic exercise, even just walking, pumps oxygen and nutrients to the brain and helps maintain memory. Long stretches of sitting and not moving are associated with faster memory decline. James doesn't realize his long, idle mornings are robbing his brain of stimulation. Are you perhaps guilty of this too? Many of us think we've earned a rest in retirement, not knowing it might accelerate mental rust. If you found it hard to get moving, share your struggle below. Acknowledging it is the first step to change. As the day goes on, James mostly keeps to himself. He eats lunch alone, then channel surfs game shows. He hasn't called his old work buddies in weeks. Not socializing enough is another hidden habit that harms memory. We humans are social creatures. Our brains light up when we interact. An active social life can protect against dementia, while loneliness or lack of social engagement can worsen memory loss. James thinks, "I'm fine. I enjoy my peace and quiet." But deep down, parts of him miss conversation and laughter. The longer he goes without talking to someone, the more his social skills and memory for words decline. This use it or lose it applies here too. If we don't exercise our social muscles, the brain's social circuitry weakens. Many seniors withdraw because friends have passed or they can't drive to meet family as often. It's understandable, but it's a habit we must fight against. James often feels tired in the afternoon. He takes a long nap, an hour or more. While a short 20-minute nap can be refreshing, extended daytime naps can disrupt nighttime sleep and actually lead to more confusion upon waking. After napping, James brews a strong cup of coffee around 4 p.m. The caffeine this late in the day, however, will boomerang at night. He then spends the evening parked in front of the TV. Hours of passive television watching provide little mental stimulation. It's basically mind-idle mode. Excessive screen time and irregular sleep form a vicious cycle here. When James finally goes to bed, he's wired from the caffeine and the blue light from the TV. Unable to drift off, James scrolls through social media on his phone in bed. Midnight passes. He sleeps poorly, waking several times. Getting inadequate sleep becomes a nightly routine. He tells himself it's just how older folks sleep, but chronic poor sleep is devastating to memory. During deep sleep, brains consolidate memories and clear out plaques and toxins. Without enough of it, those processes falter. Long-term sleep deprivation can increase dementia risk significantly. James has no idea that his late-night habits are biologically akin to hitting erase on some of his memory files. He also doesn't connect his daily dozing and coffee habit with his nightly insomnia, but they're directly related. Throughout his day, another habit plays out silently in James's mind: chronic stress and worry. Living alone and being retired, he has a lot of time to ruminate. He frets about bills, aches and pains, the state of the world as he watches the news. This constant low-level stress bathes his brain in cortisol. Over months and years, high cortisol levels from stress can damage the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. James isn't having dramatic panic attacks, he's just perpetually anxious about something. It feels normal to him now, but this habit of never truly relaxing or finding joy is stealing his focus and memory. He might not realize stress is causing his forgetfulness and shortened attention span. James often snacks on chips, skips veggies, and forgets to drink enough water. By evening, he's mildly dehydrated and hasn't given his brain the nutrients it craves. A diet high in ultra-processed foods contributes to cognitive decline. So do vitamin deficiencies if one isn't eating balanced meals. James's habit of convenience eating is another strike against his memory, one that many seniors share out of ease or lack of appetite. As you can see, James's day is full of little choices that seem minor, but together they form a pattern of behaviors draining his memory bank faster than necessary. It's not age alone causing his forgetfulness, it's this self-reinforcing routine. It's one thing to misplace your glasses, it's another to feel your very self slipping. When daily habits accelerate memory loss, it's like a slow erosion of identity. James started avoiding bridge club because he was embarrassed at forgetting names. His world shrank further, reinforcing the cycle of isolation. Perhaps you felt a similar shrink in confidence or world size due to memory slip-ups. It's heartbreaking, but not inevitable. The brain has a remarkable ability to heal and adapt called neuroplasticity. It's like a muscle that can be trained at any age. Researchers have found that seniors who adopted healthier lifestyles, moving more, socializing, sleeping better, actually showed slower cognitive decline and sometimes improvement on memory tests. Ask yourself, which of James's habits sounded like mine? Your answers might be uncomfortable, but they could also be life-changing. Let's reimagine James's day, this time with memory-protecting habits. Instead of an extended lounge, James starts each morning with movement, a 20-minute brisk walk or simple stretching. Long-term studies show such routine exercise can slash dementia risk. Some research found 45 minutes of walking 3 times a week actually increased brain volume in seniors. James makes it a habit. Feet on the floor by 7 a.m., a little stretching, then a walk to the mailbox. It gives him a sense of accomplishment and more mental clarity. James schedules at least one social interaction every day, a call with a brother, coffee with a neighbor, or joining a local book club. Social interaction acts like a workout for the brain's language and memory centers. Over time, this habit can significantly slow memory decline. Regular connection can also reduce stress and encourage movement. If you feel shy or hesitant, remember, others are lonely too and will likely welcome the outreach. James still enjoys some TV, but limits mindless viewing. He replaces an hour with a brain-engaging activity, dusting off his guitar, doing a crossword puzzle, or reading a chapter of a novel. These activities are fun and stimulate neural connections. Think of it like taking your brain to the gym. To fix his sleep, James cuts off caffeine after noon. He avoids heavy meals late, dims the lights by 9 p.m., listens to soothing music, and keeps his phone outside the bedroom. Good sleep sharpens memory. If insomnia still plagues him, he speaks to his doctor. Getting proper sleep is like giving your brain a nightly tune-up. James experiments with stress reduction techniques. He tries guided meditation, gardening, and journaling in the evening. Chronic stress is no longer driving the bus. Less cortisol flooding his brain means less memory disruption. For some, prayer or yoga helps. Also, if you suspect depression or anxiety, talk to your doctor. Treating those conditions can dramatically improve cognitive function. James makes simple but powerful changes to his diet. A glass of water in the morning, an extra serving of vegetables, healthy snacks like nuts or fruit. Omega-3 rich foods become staples. Over time, these habits support better brain function and energy. If cooking is an issue, meal services or help from family can make a difference. After a couple of months, James is more engaged, remembers details, and even beats his grandson at chess. The fog is lifting. The very habits that once drained him have been replaced by ones that fill his cup, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Let's turn it to you, the viewer. Did any of the habits we discussed strike a chord? Maybe you've conquered one or you're currently struggling with it. What daily routine change has helped your memory the most? Share in the comments. Your input could inspire someone else to break free of a harmful habit. Memory loss isn't something that just happens. Our daily choices act like the steering wheel. It's empowering to know that small actions, taking a walk, phoning a friend, learning a new skill, are like deposits in our brain's health bank. Start with one habit at a time. Even that can begin to slow the accelerating train of memory loss. What daily habit do you plan to change, or have you changed to keep your mind sharp? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment below. Your commitment might just motivate another senior to take that first step towards a brain-healthy life.